Alright guys, fuel injectors are all back in, everything's put back together. Now, a lot of people in these informational videos, they'll take a whole bunch of stuff off that's not necessary. My recommendation is just take your time, take off what you need to take off. I mean, I've seen videos where guys take off throttle bodies, everything off their valve covers for no reason. This is a very simple job. If you have any sort of mechanical knowledge, take your time, put things back together the way you took them apart. Before you start it up, come over to your battery, take your terminals off, hold them together for about 30 seconds, and then you'll get ready to start it up. Okay? So I've got everything back together. I've already touched the terminals together, already reset the ECM to recognize that I have the new fuel injectors. So let's crank her over and see what happens. Alright, turn it on, let the fuel pump get some fuel to the rail, and give it a second. Now hopefully that is just because getting fuel to the motor. I put all the fuel injectors back where they go. There we go. Now I know you never heard me start it up before. Normally there is a lot of hesitation. I mean, I have to crank it over for 5 to 10 seconds before it would pop off, and I always thought it was the fuel injectors. Now you see how it's idle. Ooh, that idle is smooth. Nice. Check this out. All right. Oh, that's smooth. That is so smooth. Alright, let's go check it out. Make sure we don't have fuel spraying everywhere. Fuel lines are good. Fuel injectors are not leaking. Good sign. So, I'd like to thank Nick and Time on YouTube. He did a very informational video on this. A lot of other guys never mentioned pushing, restarting your ECM. That way it recognizes the new fuel injectors, and I think that's a really good idea. So it's a lot more responsive. I mean, this thing used to sputter, and I've changed the spark plugs. I've done a lot to it already, just to try to alleviate that problem. But the more I looked into it, the more I was suspected that it was the fuel injectors. Also, before I sign off, take a good look at those gauges, because guess what's coming up next? I have the box in my garage, and that's the next project we're going to start on. Talk to you later.